5A Division I rankings, starting with one of the Cinderellas from last year, the Mansfield Summit Jaguars start the year number 10 in Dave Campbell's Texas football. A stunning run to the state semifinals, and look, there's plenty of reason to believe that last year is not a fluke. Okay, they bring back a lot of size, a lot of speed. I think they're going to be very, very interesting. They do have to grow up fast, but they have returners at every level, whether you're talking about offensive line, quarterback, receivers. Everywhere you look, they have some returners. Can they capture that magic again? We start them at number 10, but keep an eye on Summit. They are a team that could be high-rising. Number 9. The Rangers of Frisco Lone Star are the number 9 team in Dave Campbell's Texas football. And look, this is maybe the year that they've been waiting for. Third-year starter in Garrett Rangel at the quarterback spot. Outstanding running back, good offensive line, good secondary. They're going to be a little bit young at the receiver spots and at the linebacker spots. But Frisco Lone Star and Coach Jeff Rayburn are always going to be in the mix in that rough and tumble Region 2. They start the year number 9. To Region 1 we go. The Colleyville Heritage Panthers are the number 8 team in Dave Campbell's Texas football. 8-1 from a year ago, and Coach Kirk Martin has got these guys ready to roll. This team is going to be very, very fast. Maybe not the biggest team in the state, but in my opinion, they start the year as the favorite in Region 1 in 5A Division 1. Colleyville Heritage starts the year number 8. Going down to the Coastal Bend, how about Corpus Christi Veterans Memorial, the number 7 team in Dave Campbell's Texas football, a state semifinalist from last year, is going to be very strong in the trenches. But look, they've got a lot of replacing to do. A new coach, new quarterback, a lot of changes there at Corpus Christi Veterans Memorial. But if those young skill guys can step up and fill some of those shoes that are going to be left behind, then the standard has been set for that squad. Keep an eye on Corpus Christi Veterans Memorial. Let's start at the number 7. We mentioned them before. The Cedar Park Timberwolves are the number 6 team in Dave Campbell's Texas football. Of course, the state finalists from a year ago. Look, they're going to be different. And you're always going to be different whenever you lost a guy like Ryder Hernandez, who is so integral to what they do, how they fill the holes that's left at the quarterback spot. They do have good offensive and defensive line play, and now they'll have a new coach and a new coaching staff. How do they handle that? For now, they start the year number 6. I will be honest. If we had known that they were going to have a new coach, we may have reconsidered their spot. For now, they start the year number 6 in Dave Campbell's Texas football. Number 5, the Longview Lobos, the number 5 team in Dave Campbell's Texas football. And there's plenty to like about this team. Most notably, maybe one of the best receiver cores in the state. Jalen Hale is a freak show. You will get to know him in a big play. They are going to be very, very fast. They're going to be young on defense, real young in the backfield. But this is a team that I think has a chance to have some big-time playmakers. Keep an eye on Longview. They're the number 5 team in Dave Campbell's Texas football. Staying in Region 2, the Scots of Highland Park, the number 4 team in Dave Campbell's Texas football. Last year's 11-1 squad lost in the regional final to Denton Ryan. But look, they're going to be back. I don't think I'm breaking any news here that we think they're going to be pretty darn good. The tradition there is pretty much unmatched. They do have a ton of pieces to replace. Okay, just 2 starters back on offense, 4 starters back on defense. This is a team that graduated 55 seniors. Okay, they are absolute. They're going to need to replace some of those experience. But look.
They restocked.
We believe in their tradition. We believe in their tradition. They start the year number 4 in Dave Campbell's Texas football.
Here's a hipster pick for you.
Number 3.
I like this.
Cougars of College Station are the number 3 team in Dave Campbell's Texas football. And let me tell you guys, you need to start paying attention to them right now. This team, I think, has a chance to be very, very special. And this is a team that we are very, very high on for a lot of reasons. One of it is obviously experience. 7 starters back on offense, 6 on defense. Jet Huff, their senior quarterback, was the district offensive player of the year. Their offensive line has a chance to be good. But I also think that their defense has a chance to be very, very good as well. Keep an eye on College Station. I know they lost in the area round of the playoffs last year to Denton Ryan, but this is a team that I think could be ready for a big leap. Keep an eye on the Cougars. They're number 3. Number 2. The Mavericks of Manville are the number 2 team in Dave Campbell's Texas football. A regional finalist from last year's squad came up short to Cedar Park. Their defensive front's going to be nasty. They're going to be able to run the ball really, really well. Got to find a quarterback. That's the big question for them, but I have a lot of faith in Coach Kevin Hall's squad. The Manville Mavericks are the number 2 team in Dave Campbell's Texas football. And the number 1 team.
Another groundbreaker here.
Oh, it's Denton Ryan? Oh, it's Denton Ryan. Oh, wow. The Ryan Raiders, the number 1 team in Dave Campbell's Texas football to start the year. And look, they've got some pieces to replace, okay? They're replacing a 3-year starting quarterback. They're replacing a number of pieces on the offensive line. But they have 8 starters back on defense. That may actually be, I need to check this, that may actually be 7 because Bear Alexander did transfer. But they lose a here's how I would characterize Denton Ryan. They lose a lot of superstars. A lot of the worker bees are back.
Yeah.
And the worker bees were, in my opinion, super underrated for this Raiders squad. Keep an eye on Denton Ryan, especially how they fill in the quarterback gap and how they fill in some of the holes offensively. But we think that they are back. We think they have a great chance to go back-to-back. The Denton Ryan Raiders to start the year number 1 in Dave Campbell's Texas football. Of course, you can find expanded rankings in the 2021 summer edition of Dave Campbell's Texas football. Ish, how do we do on our rankings?
Pretty good. One thing that always stood out to me when you were naming him is Garrett Rangel on like his 10th.
Oh, my gosh.
God, yeah, no kidding.
He's on the Perry Ellis plan.
It really is.
Yeah.
And look, here's the thing about let's take a look at regions, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we've got 2 Region 1 teams, okay? Colleyville Heritage and Mansfield Summit, 2 Region 1 teams. You've got 2 Region 3 teams, okay? Cedar Park and Manville are Region 3. You've got 1 Region 4 team in Corpus Christi Veterans Memorial. The rest of them are Region 2.
Oh,
Yep.
Okay?
That's a region of
The
2.
rest of them are Region 2. Denton Ryan, College Station, Highland Park, Longview, and Frisco Lone Star. All Region 2. It's just a slaughterhouse there.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of fun to watch. We think it's once again going to be loaded. And so, yeah, I think that I will say this. I think Denton Ryan has a few more questions than Alito does. And so I would be a little bit more surprised. Maybe this is just the pedigree that they have as well. I would be more surprised by somebody not named Alito winning a title than I would be somebody not named Ryan. And I think part of that is that Ryan does have to go through such a brutal region to get to even just a state semifinal.
100%.
I think, too, what I really liked about that Mansfield Summit team that I think is going to carry over into this year is they loved the everyone's doubting us mantra. I think that has a chance to really take them far this year.
Well, and look, they bring back David Hopkins, right? And he was
He's
really
the guy.
he was really special for the quarterback spot. They do lose guys, like Hal Presley. They lose a few important pieces in that regard, but I don't think that they are going away. I think that they're going to be. We start them at number 10. It would not be a surprise if they made another deep run.
Yeah.
But
and you mentioned with Longview, one of the things, the past couple of years they've been kind of having to retool, right? Obviously with Haynes King, having to retool without Haynes King last year, and then this year without their running back depth. But having somebody like Jalen Hale in the fold, like I think that's going to be one of their biggest strengths, just in terms of mitigating that retooling in some ways. So.
I think you're exactly right. So there you go, the top 10 in 5A Division 1. Of course, you can find expanded rankings for every classification in the 2021 summer edition of Dave Campbell's Texas Football.
Thanks so much for watching that video. If you would like more and to be notified when they come out, go ahead and click that subscribe button right down there. You can also watch Texas Football Today every day live at noon on TexasFootball.com, Facebook, Twitch, and right here on YouTube. For more of the best coverage of Texas football in the Lone Star State, go to TexasFootball.com/subscribe.